Let me give a quick example because I know some people are like, hey, we're going to talk about mobile homes and real estate here, which this stuff is way more important. This is how you make your money. I've had multiple sellers right as they're signing tell me they had offers for $2,500 more than mine. And they're like, I wish that beep, 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 beep had to sit here and watch me sign it with you because they weren't a very nice person. And they
Mm.
sold to me for less because I cared about them and I was a nice person.
Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Q Edmonds. You see this big smile on my face? It's because I'm excited to be here. I'm excited about my guests. I tell y'all very often, my guests have a way of firing me up right before we press record, and this is no different. This is like my brother from another mother. Like the way we think is kind of very, very similar. And so I'm excited. He's gonna talk about mobile homes, right? And he's gonna tell it from an advantage maybe some of y'all are used to, and maybe some are not used to. I'm gonna lean more on the not used to side because the way he broke it down to me, I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. And so I'm excited to introduce you all to Mr. Adrian Smude. Mr. Adrian, how you doing today, sir?
I am wonderful, and I'm even more wonderful after we spoke a little bit before the episode. Like you said, I'm fired up. I'm excited.
Oh man, well listen, we already know it's a lot we can talk about. So let's dive in, man. I want you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. Adrian, I would love if you give us a little bit of an origin story. Like we love the hero's journey. So kind of like, how did you get to where you are now? We would love to know that. And then, man, tell them geographically where you are in the world. And so, sir, you have the floor, man.
I keep it as short as possible because my story is fun and adventurous.
I
I
love it.
started out as a terrible, terrible tenant. You don't rent to 20-year-old Adrian and his friends.
Mm.
We got eviction notices for spaghetti wrestling parties, mud wrestling parties, wooden wrestling parties, parking a motorcycle in the living room. So again, don't rent to Adrian and his friends at 20 years old. What does that lead me to do? I bought a house because in my heart, I'm a problem solver. And actually, that's what we are as real estate investors. We get uh, paid to solve problems. I didn't realize that yet. So I bought a house. I moved my same friends in, split up the mortgage between my friends and I. So what's now called house hacking. I didn't know it was called that. I just need to solve a problem. I'm living for free, 20 years old, not with mom and dad. Really cool. Love that. So a few years later, I said, why don't I buy another house? I bought another house because the banks are all I know at this point in my life. And they said, yeah, you can buy another house, but you're probably going to lose a little bit every month. But don't worry, real estate goes straight up. You'll refinance in a few years. So I listened. A few years later, real estate was going down. I bought basically at the top of that last market. It's going down. I had the adjustable rate mortgage that you read about in the newspapers. So my payment actually went up. So I was going from losing a little bit every month to a little bit more every month. And I eventually gave up that house as a short sale. I dinged my credit, but the bigger item was my integrity. I said I was going to make these payments and I didn't. But fast forward, I bought some more houses, and that short sale in the back of my head was always there. So I started looking for something different and something new, something that was safer on my numbers. And that's one of the ways I stumbled into mobile homes. I started seeing the returns on them. I sold off all of my concrete ranch style, beautiful Instagram picture mobile or houses and bought mobile homes. Today, my business is in Central Florida. I buy, single unit mobile homes with the land, and I rent them out really long term.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Man, brother, thank you. Thank you for walking us through the story. You did it in a very succinct, concise way. I was like, I don't know how you gonna pull this off, but you did it. You did amazing, man. Great. But
That's 23 years of life in a
yeah,
short spurt.
well, listen, I'm about to pick at it a little bit because man, I love your humility. I love what I call like the gift of your vulnerability. I've never heard somebody say I was a terrible tenant. I ain't never heard nobody say that. And so, man, obviously you're leading with integrity, and you even talked about your integrity when it came to the short sale. And I love how you say you're a problem solver, and real estate is like solving problems. And so, man, you went through these journeys. You sold off your doors, went into the mobile home. So I'm gonna ask you this. I say this probably every podcast, Adrian. Destiny has no wasted moments. Meaning, no matter
Mm,
what we go through in life, destiny has a way of moments compiling and make us who we are today. And so, man, through your journey, brother, I'm loving asking you this question. Through your journey, what has it taught you about you? Has it increased your integrity? Has it taught you humility? And, like, what are the things that this journey has taught you about you?
I love the two words you just said, integrity and humility. Uh, I would say those might be the two biggest ones. I already have a very strong sense of integrity. That's how I was brought up. My parents. And then when you start sharing with other people, jump on a podcast, teaching on stages, all the different things that I do, I mean, I feel even a higher sense of integrity. I've got to be walking the walk. But then the humility part comes in as well. Like, well, I'm still just a normal person. I screw up every day. I mean, my title company, 20 some years, and I still screw up on the paperwork almost every time. And you would think I would have figured it out by now, but it is what it is, and that's why you have a team. And that's why you have a community. I know we're going to talk about community. And
Yeah.
you go to them and you're like, hey, I screwed this up again. What do I do? And so just the humility to be able to say, I screwed up. That took a long time. If I could have gotten through that faster, personal life and business life would be so much further ahead.
Man, I love it, man. I love your integrity. I love your self-awareness. I tell people, and I learned this, that there's a difference between being self-aware and self-confident, right? When you self-confident, you don't care who you wreck around you. I'm confident, I'm self-confident. Everybody get bulldozed, right? But when you're self-aware, you are aware of yourself as the consciousness of awareness as everybody else as well, right? You realize when you're self-aware, it's like, yeah, this is what I'm aware about myself, and I'm aware that this affects people even in a negative or a positive way. And so I love your self-awareness, brother. I love your integrity.
Thank
And
you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You said something how you're on stages, you're a leader, you're out there, so you have to really walk what you talk. Adrian, you and I both know everybody ain't doing that. We got people on the biggest stages that ain't backing what they preach. They talking it, but they ain't walking it. And so I wanted to double down again and saying, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing this. And that takes a level of humbling yourself, not waiting for a situation to humble you. You taking control of, let me watch my ego. Let me watch to make sure I'm the same person when nobody can see me as when people can see me that I'm the same person. So I appreciate that, man.
Th-
And so,
Thank you.
yeah, please. Yeah,
Can I share a short advice for people? This
yes,
is what
sir.
I do, and this is what a lot of my friends do. Before you're hiring a coach or entering a community, ask them questions of like, when's the last time they actually completed one of those transactions? Are they teaching what they do today or they did 10 years ago? And that should help you figure out where they really are in their journey themselves. And there's nothing wrong with what was 10 years ago. It's just, I kind of want to know what's today. And are you in touch with today's market and just the laws and how things are working right there?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
You said something again so powerful. So, I believe in therapy. Like I believe in therapy, having a therapist. Me and my wife, we just narrowed down on a counselor. And I tell people all the time, you need to interview your therapist. Like, ask your therapist questions. Like you need to come with questions to ask them because if you're trusting this person, if you're building community with this person, unfortunately you just can't give them a pass and just say, well, and just believe that they're the person that should be coaching you. So when you talked about coaching and asking those questions, I know these people, they have more experience than you, but still, this is your life. There has to be commonality here. So just like you said, ask the questions. Like take control of your own narrative. Like you can't just leave it at a whim because everybody's not a right fit for you. Everybody's just not a right fit
Yeah.
for you.
And it doesn't mean there's something wrong with that person. It's just we have different personalities, like you just said. I am not the let me do 100 deals a year guy. That's not me and my personality. So I don't want to be coached by someone because I'm not going to be a good student for them. So I'm not a good success student. I want more life than 100 deals. I just want a few really, really good deals and set my business up to serve my life. So that's who I'm able to help. I can't help the person that wants 100 deals a month, a year. I have friends that do 100 a month, and I'm just like, I'm tired listening to you talk, but I
Come
love it. I
on,
love it for you. You know?
absolutely, absolutely. Oh man, it's so much I want to say about that, but like we said, we gonna keep going
Yeah.
because we can talk about a lot. So let me ask you, man, what is your next real goal? Like, what are you looking to solve or scale next? And maybe it's not goal, maybe it's just standards, but like, what's next for you? Like, what's the next standard? What's the next thing you're looking at?
I'm really building community, and that community is everywhere. It's something I've realized I've been doing for a while, but now that's my theme of 2026, and I'm putting a lot more intentionality in it. So within we'll say my buying side, I'm supporting the community more. My quote unquote marketing is supporting my old high school's football team. That's a community thing. If I get a deal out, I get a deal out, but it's a community there. I am in the community. I talk to people. I was just on a Zoom call yesterday with a realtor and some sellers. I told them not to sell it to me. I think they should sell it another way. But I'm just there. The Zig Ziglar quote: "If I help enough people get what they want, I will get what I want." I live by that quote. I have my own mastermind community. I have my own online community, more on the mobile home side. I'm just all in community. I'm huge into yoga, so I have my yoga community. I have all these different communities, and I want to go deeper in those versus just go real wide and surface level with a, having a bunch of people.
No, man. And I've said it to you, people who watch me, they know I said healing happens in community, man. And healing means to be made whole. And so there's financial healing, there's mental healing, there's social healing. And I believe when you get around people that of the common unity, of the same mindset as you create an ecosystem that is regulated. That's not, it's not, if there's tension, there's healthy tension because we know we're different and we approach things like mature adults and we talk about things, but it's not like this backstabbing. It's not like this. So I always say, man, healing happens in community. And when I say community, I'm just not talking about a bunch of people around each other. No, like you said, deep interactions, people of the common unity, the same mindset. You can't help but be whole because, like you said, some going to do 100. I don't want to do 100, but we bring healing to each other because we can balance each other out. So you go
Hmm.
with one, and then I can be here and do what I do at the same time. And so, yeah, man, I love healing. I mean, healing. I love community, man. And so I'm gonna ask you about the word relationship. I know we talked about community, but I want you to tell me, how do you go about building relationships? Like, what's your strategy? Like, talk to me a little bit because I'm talking to you. This is like gold for me because I tell people all the time, relationships. We know relationship and business is important, but I think hearing from you, somebody that take it so deeply, talk to me about how you build it. What are some of your strategies?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, you're using the word strategy, and I will get to what that is, but really is, I don't have a strategy. I genuinely care and genuinely interested in you and genuinely curious.
Mm,
So let's go to a seller's house. I'm at a seller's house because I'm a like sit down and talk to you guy, not a phone call, text guy. I want to sit down. We can walk around the house. I can pick out 10, 20 things to talk about. I s- Everyone loves travel. I mean, there's so few people who don't. There's something in your house that has to do with traveling. I can pick that out and I can ask you. I am genuinely interested in it. The Monopoly guy behind you. I love playing Monopoly Deal. It's the card game version of it. I can sit there and question you all day about that game. So it's just genuinely being curious and caring about the other person. I think when we first go into it, we're nervous. We're like, all right, we have to ask the right questions, or I have to tell them all about me. You know, people, when you ask questions over and over and over again, and you feel great, sometimes you'll leave and you're like, I don't know anything about that person, but I love them. It's because they made you feel safe. They made you feel heard. And I'm just all about that. How can I help? And I'm not always a solution for people. It's how can I help you? And if I help enough people, I will get what I want. And I truly believe that. I have proof in my life. So that's how I build relationships. And, you know, so some more tactical. Let me give you a tactical thing here too, because life is busy,
yeah,
quote
yeah, yeah.
unquote. You know, and so how do I keep connections with you? You know, you've sent me a bunch of texts reminding me about this call. But how do you know, let's say it might be another year, 2 years before we talk again. Well, I'll scroll through my phone. And I'm like, oh, I'll scroll down real quick. And I'm like, oh, haven't texted that person in a while. How you doing? Happy Thursday. Happy 25th. Whatever it is. Just nothing in exchange. I just want to say, hey, I'm still here. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah,
And that just keeps that little connection going. So then maybe in 3 years, I'm like, hey, I need something from you.
yeah,
Can you help
yeah.
me? It's not a cold call.
Looking something up, man, because I want to read this to you. Because you talked about, so I'm gonna read this to you, and you let me know if it makes sense or it kind of synthesizes what you just said. Some of the things you just said. A generous person will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed.
I love that. You know what makes a really good podcast for me? When I leave with notes. And I'm
Mm,
gonna leave with notes because of that. I love that. That's
so
wonderful. Thank
you
you.
just, I mean, you just said it like, you didn't necessarily use the word refresh, but helping people in return, you're going to be helped. Like, it's like your seed and reaping kind of, we're not going to, let's get away from the word strategy, but you're reaping what you sowed. Like, that's what you're basically doing. You put it out there and you in return reaping it. And so, man, I love it, bro.
Yeah. Let me give a quick example because I know some people are like, hey, we're going to talk about mobile homes and real estate here, which this stuff is way more important. This is how you make your money. I've had multiple sellers right as they're signing tell me they had offers for $2,500 more than mine. And they're like, I wish that beep, 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 beep had to sit here and watch me sign it with you because they weren't a very nice person. And they sold to me for less because I cared about them and I was a nice person. So that's, you know, for the people who are still like, yeah, I want to make some money here. How do I use this? That's how you use it. You be a good person and people will help you out and reward you. with their properties.
And I don't I try to shy away from like shame approach when I say stuff because I believe, shame kind of just put us in like this constant like
Mhm.
cycle. I never like try to make people feel bad. But the interesting point of what you just said is people will hear you and they still won't try it. They still won't get it. Because they're still trying to do it some type of other way. I mean, do you and you know this? There was a time when deals was done on a handshake. There was a time like when your name was, and I know we talk about credit, but your name was literally your credit. Like your
Mhm.
name is what got stuff done. And so and I learned this from one of my guests is that everybody has a brand. It's your character, but unfortunately, everybody's not protecting their brand the way they should be. Everybody's not protecting their character the way they should be.
And I believe that is a very short-sighted thing when we get such in a scarcity mode. And I'm susceptible to it as well. I'm not gonna try to say I'm not, I have to fight it sometimes, like, no, that's a very short-sighted thing to think, Adrian, or do. Let's not do that. Like, are you gonna be happy with that decision when you're 80 and you're looking back at life? And so it's a very short sighted. I do believe long run you win by helping people. If someone, I sign all the paperwork for the properties I buy, but if you really need out, and I'm gonna just let you out. I'm not gonna keep your earnest money or anything. If you're just getting out because you want to sell to another guy or something, maybe a little different. But if your life changed and you need to keep this home, I'll give you everything back. I'm not gonna take the home from you and force you.
Yeah. Man, listen, I love it. I could talk to you for hours. I'm gonna ask like this one last question. For the people out there, is there anything else you want to say about mobile homes? Like, is any look, is there anything you can think about that maybe you want to
Yeah.
photo shoot or nothing? But I'm just saying, is there anything you want to say about mobile homes?
Let me say two things and I'll make them as precise as I can because they're two big misconceptions on it. One, trailer trash. I mean, there's at least half the people listening are thinking about that. It's not always true. There's some country songs and Netflix specials that make fun of it. It's funny to poke at, but it's not true. It's where you buy, how you fix it up is who you attract there. So you do have to look at the location. Most of the people live in our properties are blue collar handyman and handy women, and they take pride in their home. And many times, I just did a lease review this morning before jumping on here with you. And we had the people, they're like, hey, can we plant plants out in front in that planter? We want to really fix it up. I'm like, of course you can. That's who we look for is someone's going to take pride and it's their home. So don't think of trailers as only this trailer trash thing. And the other thing I do want to quickly break down because some people don't understand mobile homes. I mean, mobile home parks, or so there's three different ways to invest in a mobile home. You have the whole mobile home park, so you own everything, all the homes, the land, or you own just the dirt and you rent the mobile home to each person. Sorry, you rent the lot space to each person. You could just invest in just that lot, that mobile home, and you're paying the lot rent every month to the mobile home park owner. And then the third way that you can invest in mobile homes is kind of in the middle. It's a single family world and it's a mobile home with land. So I own the home and I own the dirt. I get all the control. And this niche within the niche of mobile homes seems to be the most forgotten one. And I buy them and I rent them out long term, and there's way less competition. So I'll leave it there with that. At least give some people some more spark about
Yeah,
mobile homes. And I guess we're
yeah.
gonna have to talk again, man. We can talk about all these topics for so long.
You ain't lying about it. So let's do this. If people wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate, learn more about what you're doing, how can they reach out to you, man?
But you can go to Amazon and get my book, How to Buy Mobile Homes. It's yellow, just like everything in my life. I just did my second updated edition. You can go to lifestyle-rei.com. My contacts there. I'm on most of the social medias. I'm personally the most active within. My VA helps me get on some of them. I don't know how to even log in, but I'm the one most active within Instagram and Facebook. But all the questions do come back to me, regardless of where they come in at, and I'm the one that answers it or gives it to someone to answer. So I'd love to connect you. I'd love to help you however I can.
Yeah. Man, so let me say three things to you. First, let me thank you for your time, right? You could have been anywhere in the world doing anything. You and I both know you can put a premium on your time. So thank you for getting over your time. Secondly, man, bro, thank you for your story. I personally put a premium on stories. I believe everybody has the power to tell their own story, to tell their own narrative. But I also believe stories have a way of planting seeds in other people. You may never see the growth of that seed, but you planted it. And later on, something that you put inside somebody, it may just start to get steam, it may get watered and really sprout up to be something and just be like aha moments to people. So thank you for your story. Thank you for the gift of your transparency and vulnerability. Lastly, thank you for your perspective, like your mindset, man, the way you think. Thank you for bringing that mindset to this platform. I greatly appreciate you being here, sir.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. That is what I look to do, is to help. If I can help some people not make the same mistakes I have, and just be an inspiration to others, and learn from my mistakes so you don't have as many painful mistakes. That's what makes it feel a little bit better about talking about them, is I'm hoping other people learn from them so you don't have to make the same mistakes I've made. That's why I pay my coaches, so I don't have to make the same mistakes they did.
That's
One of my
good.
coaches, I joke around with them all the time, like, "Can you figure that out? Because I'm right behind you on that step of life."
Hmm, hmm. Man, so I do this a lot within my circles because I have a strong brotherhood. I have a strong accountability brothers. And whenever somebody's being vulnerable and transparent, it's like, listen, I ain't gonna leave you out here. Like if you gonna put yourself out there, I'm gonna put myself out there. And man, I just wanna people to know, I do this podcast and I don't know if I have been transparent enough, but ain't none of us perfect. Like we all have things like my word for this season, for this year is curious, to be curious. That's my word. But last year, you want to
Love
know what
it.
my word was? Envy and jealousy. I found myself being envious and jealous of other people. And I had to deal with that. And I found myself comparing myself to other people. And I really had to sit with myself and be now curious. Why are you jealous? Why are you envious? Why are you upset? Where does this anger come from? And so I say that, man, because you have been so forthright and say, hey, you're not perfect. And I want everybody to know, like, we all have something that we're trying to overcome, but we can overcome it. And I think the key is just to lead with integrity, be honest, be humble. And so I know, listen, I don't want to take the last word from you. So is anything else you want to say? I'm going to let you drop the mic. Is there anything else you want to say, man?
And I feel we can just keep going back and forth. That you inspired me to tell people what I didn't say. I wrote a book. I mentioned that, but I learned while I was writing my book, I'm dyslexic. So if a dyslexic guy can write a book and a dyslexic guy can go buy mobile homes, so can you. And that's not to poke fun of you. Things can be hard, but you can still do it.
Mic drop. Listen, y'all got the value. Check the show notes. Check out Adrian. Get the book. Definitely make sure you're subscribed here because I promised you, we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Mr. Adrian. So, sir, thank you again. And everyone else, listen, man, y'all have a fantastic day.